Manchester United not having quite as hot of a start as Nottingham Forest. When will Erik ten Hag be sacked?
Well, various rumours. I mean, there's a meeting going on right now as we speak of Jim Ratcliffe. They've tried to spin this that this was already in the diary. The rumours were pretty clear from a lot of the journalists I've been speaking to that no, it was going to be a definite sacking if Ten Hag didn't win against Villa. He managed to draw. Ten Hag's come out very vociferously over the weekend, and he's actually gone on holiday, as I understand it, believing that everything's going well, it's going according to plan. It's been one of the worst starts to a season for the last 3 years under Ten Hag, and so that's the reality of it in terms of that. There's been some very interesting buys. Radcliffe the other day has said, "Well, hang on, my management team's only been in place a short time. Dan Ashworth, and Omar Barada. Well, it was Radcliffe's fault that it took so long to get them in place. That's for sure. So I don't think that's really something to hide about. It's Will Ten Hag be sacked? That's really a question we'll know more about maybe in a few hours. I tend to think he will. I think if it's not now, it'll be very soon. I think there's another international break coming up again fairly soon. He may last till that time, I don't know, but I think that he may go. There are various rumours. Will they go for like a Thomas Tuchel, or will it be a Michael Carrick and have more of a managerial coach type situation rather than a Tuchel type bigger name? I think they might go for the second route and try and get the Man United ethos back to what it was before, with an ex-player like Carrick managing the squad. He's proven to be a very good manager, so that's where I think they may go. But again, no one knows at the moment which way Ratcliffe is going to jump. They're starting to reap the rewards of a very, very bad, difficult off-season when everybody thought Ten Hag was going to be sacked. And so all these sort of things now are coming home to roost. But it's bad issues for Man United. I mean, we're already 7 or 8 games into the season, and it's not looking good.
And do you feel it's a guarantee that Ruud van Nistelrooy would take over, at least in the interim, if Erik ten Hag was to be sacked?
I don't know enough about Nistelrooy's managerial career so far to say that. I think he'd be a bad choice, and I don't think there's the real support for him to do that. I think they'll go another route, as I say, of ex-Man United player. And I understand, the ex-Man United player does make a difference, and Van Nistelrooy fits that bill. But I don't think he's necessarily the right one. We'll see. I mean, we saw some what looked like pointed discussions between him and Ten Hag on the bench at the weekend. I don't know how happy that backroom staff is. And as I pointed out in weeks gone by, they've now created the Dutch tribal groups, both behind the scenes and actually on the pitch. And that's a real issue for them that I've been warning against for a long time.
And there are reports that Manchester United will be paid £10 million less by Adidas if they fail to qualify for next season's Champions League. Is that a big blow to the club?
Well, it's just normal, normal part of a contract for these sort of things. So yes, if you don't meet your levels that you've put into to get exposure for your sponsor, then you're going to get a penalty and give them a rebate of some description. So that's quite normal. Man United love dealing in big numbers, and yes, a reduction of 10 million is a big number, and it won't help them because they are starting to sell close to PSR in many ways. So all these things count, and as I say, these things come home to roost, and they're the end sum of all these decisions that have been taken right now. So there's direct correlation between what happens and the money that they get in the bank at the end.